Hey everybody, so I haven't made a actual blog video in forever, so that's kind of, I have like a lot of catching up to do with you guys, so um I kind of wish I didn't, I kind of wish I did it as things were happening, but it was a lot of stuff happening, so I didn't, it wasn't like my main concern. um Pardon the like craziness, I'm not wearing any makeup and I realized how like horrible I actually am looking right now because I am actually really sick. So what happened, I want to explain. One day I was starting to get like these headaches, just like these thunderclap headaches that I never had before, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then like I kind of just kept dismissing it for like a couple days, and then like all of a sudden I couldn't walk or talk. So then I was thinking, okay, well maybe I'm having a stroke or something. So I went to the emergency room, and that's what kind of I was thinking about. And then they took my blood pressure. They said my blood pressure was high. So I was like, okay, they were pretty much wrote it off as high blood pressure, possible stroke type of situation. And I was like, all right, well, that was crazy. I hope that never happens again. But as time went on, I noticed during the week, I started to feel more like sick, like I had the flu. And I don't know if any of you know, but when you have high blood pressure, you don't typically feel like you have the flu. It's mostly just like a headache and like lightheadedness. It's not really like, oh, I feel like I want to sleep. I feel like crap. So that's how I was feeling. And I kind of kept pushing it back. I was like, no, I'm not going to go back to the ER. I'll just wait it out. It's probably just high blood pressure. And I kept doing everything I could possibly do not to have high blood pressure, which I don't typically have. So for me to even be diagnosed with high blood pressure was weird, because actually my blood pressure is typically really low. So I was just like in shock. Like I wasn't sure how to handle any of it. So basically, I ended up going to the emergency room like a week later. It was like exactly a week from where I went last time. And I said, listen, I was here this day, this was happening, and now my symptoms are 20 times worse. I'm feeling really sick. I can't even go to work. Like, I'm just miserable. So they took me right in. They didn't even waste any time. And I had a rash on my chest. And I noticed that at work that day, my coworker pointed it out and said something to me. So I told the doctor about it, and he saw it, and he goes, yeah, I see it. He goes, is that normal? I said, no, normally my chest, well, right now it's a little regular. Just got out of the shower. But normally my chest is like really tan. If you can see my tan lines, normally it's really tan here. Not like red ever, because I don't ever burn because I'm Italian, so I'm lucky like that. But he was like, okay. And he goes, well, what are your other symptoms? And I'm telling him. He goes, well, he goes, what do you think it could be other than high blood pressure? And I was like, somebody mentioned this to me at work. I was like, I don't know, Lyme disease. Like, I never go outside. It's literally a joke. Like, I laugh about this because I never leave this freaking house. And I don't know how it happened, but I have freaking Lyme disease. I'm like, how the hell did I get Lyme disease? I've never had a tick. I mean, I've never seen a tick on me. I never leave the house. But where I live, there are so many ticks that I think 3 or 4 of us have gotten infected this year with Lyme disease. And that counts my daughter and my husband, are 2 of them. So I was like, okay, they treated it and everything, so they're fine. The problem with mine is that it progressed so fast, because I don't know, it was maybe because I have a shitty immune system and it just didn't handle it well or what, but it just progressed really fast. I was very unlucky. And they're like, we're going to give you some antibiotics. And they shot me up with like 6 different things. I don't even know what they shot me up with. All I know is I felt really freaking tired by the time they were done. And they gave me some IV stuff, and they gave me some stuff for the pain. And then they were like, well, you have to take this antibiotic. And I'm like, okay. I have no health insurance right now. I had to have appeals. So as of right now, I have no health insurance. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm at the hospital. I'm not worried about the hospital bill. I'm not worried. My doctors won't charge me, because they're a clinic where, like, if you don't have health insurance, they don't deny you medical care. So, like, I don't have to worry about them. The other thing I had to worry about my scripts, because those I can't get filled. So basically, I was like, okay, but I wasn't thinking, because, you know, I was really, really out of it. Like, that was my biggest thing. I was so out of it. And basically, I left there. I was like, well, let's see how much the script's going to be. The script was like $100. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have $100 to go spend on a script. And the thing is my Lyme disease progressed so fast that I'm already in the last stages of it. So the chances of this medication even working or slim. And on top of that, it's not the doxy that actually they recommend you to take that will kill it. It's another antibiotic that isn't as strong and is not as likely to kill it anyways, on top of it already being late stage. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so let me get this straight. It's late stage. Its antibiotic isn't as strong, so the chances of even working are slim to none. And now they want me to spend $100 on a medication that may work, and I'm like, okay. At first I was really upset, and I was trying. People were offering to help me pay for it, and I was just like, okay, I really don't want to, but everybody's like, you have to take this medication. I was really sick the first 2 days, I think, after I went to the doctor's. I was really sick. I was on the floor crying in pain. It was just constant pain, sickness. And then all of a sudden it started to go and come in and go in waves. So it was a little more manageable, and I was able to kind of think about it and accept the fact that I'm probably never going to feel better, and just I'm going to have to deal with this the rest of my life. So I ultimately decided that I am not going to medicate myself for this disease. I am just going to let it go, because I think that in the end, and after asking many people who have Lyme and doing excessive research on it, I didn't just make this decision just on top of my head, I could afford it, no way. It was more like, let me research this first. It really isn't going to be beneficial for me at this point to take it anyway, so it really is just I don't feel like being antibiotic sick to try to get rid of this if I'm going to only feel worse by taking an antibiotic, which I know for a fact I won't, because I've taken these antibiotics before and they're terrible. So ultimately, I'm not treating it. It has literally drained the color out of me. I'm pale because of it. My eyes are really dark because I'm always so tired. I'm just I'm really I'm sick. There's no denying that. But within that time, which has been 2 weeks now, okay, so I was originally went to the hospital 2 weeks ago. So now, basically, it's been 2 weeks since I first went to the ER when they said it was high blood pressure. So I've basically been feeling these symptoms for 2 weeks. I don't know how long I've had the tick bite for, but for it to progress as quickly as it did, I'm assuming I might have had it for a while and not even knowing it. Because I don't, like I said, I never go outside, so I don't expect to get bit by a tick. But, so I completely lost my train of thought, and this is another problem I've been having. But, basically, I was, and as it came in waves or whatever, it became more manageable, and now it's been almost 2 weeks, and now it's to the point where it is coming and going in waves. I found, certain pain meds that will help better than others, like the arthritis medication, because it's a lot like arthritis pain, so I figured arthritis medication work, and it works pretty good for a couple hours. It doesn't work very long, though, and then, I'm on my other medications, like my anti-anxiety, my stimulants for my ADHD. That helps. The stimulants help me stay awake and kind of keep me a little more focused, because if I don't have that, forget it. I'm in a brain fog all day. And then my anti-anxiety keeps my anxiety down because of it, in which I've had a lot of anxiety issues because of this, trust me. So yeah, anyways, but that's that. I could definitely keep everything updated, everyone updated as I go along through the process. What happens if it gets worse, when it gets worse. The chances of it actually killing me are not very high, but there is already a blockage in one of my heart valves, and it's already affecting my brain. So it may not seem high and statistically high, but it depends on how it affects you and how much it affects you in those areas. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. And if it does get worse and you end up in the hospital, I'm not going to deny medical care totally. It's just I don't want to take antibiotics if I don't have to. And right now, I don't feel like I really need to do that. And I know it's probably a very unpopular opinion, but that's where I'm at with this. So anyways, that's that. That's why I haven't posted in forever. Sorry for this almost 10-minute long video, but thank you guys for watching.